You to join me today as we take a look at an American Models set. This passenger set is called the Texas Special, and unfortunately I've not been able to figure out what year it was produced or what range of years it was produced, but this set that I picked up happens to be unrun. And so anyhow, I invite you to join me today as we take a look at this and look at a couple things that are probably a good idea to do if you're running a set that may have been sitting for a while. Today on Austin's American Flyer. I have finally gotten an opportunity to put these absolutely stunning pieces, pull them out of their storage boxes where they've been never run, and I'm slowly, getting things checked out, and I'm using gloves and trying to get them ready to do a little bit of running. And one of the things that surprised me is these wheels are basically frozen. So they use some sort of a lightweight grease from the factory, but because they've never been run, and I don't know, how long it's been that this set has been in the box, but quite a while. So what I ended up doing, like I've done so many times before, is I put a small amount of this Tri-Flow on the between the outside of the wheel and the inside of the side frame, and then I just kind of rolled them a little bit with my fingers, and I made sure that the wheels were turning before I put them on the layout here. Now this is obviously working a lot more freer than it was because it didn't roll at all. So we're going in the right direction. But just word to the wise, if you've managed to come across something that someone has purchased new and then put away for a rainy day, and you do want to operate it, just make sure you go through things really careful. The other thing I did with the engines is I ran them real slowly, just to see if they'd go, and they seem to go all right. But once I get the train set behind it, I'm not going to take them fast. I'm going to go real slow, give them some chance to work the lubrication in from the factory. So anyhow, but man, are these things beautiful. Just stunning, that paintwork. And of course you've got side sprung trucks. Isn't that amazing? Oh, so nice, so nice. All right, so now after running this consist around the layout, approximately 30 minutes at a very slow pace, I wanted to do a visual inspection of the wheels on each car and just double check to make sure everything's rotating. It sounded, I'd put my ear down as the cars would pass by, and it sounded like they were rolling. I didn't hear the sound of wheels dragging, but I wanted to double check that. Yeah, there's no way it would roll like that if it had a wheel that was not moving, not spinning. Okay, so that's interesting. The first, third, and fourth cars certainly roll better than this one. So, okay, that rolls okay. That one rolls okay. This one rolls okay. You can't see it because I'm spinning them with the same hand I'm using the camera here, but okay, so they are rolling. Just doesn't roll quite as freely as the other cars for some reason. It's almost like a Mickey Mouse with these gloves on, except I have one too many fingers, so it'd have to be like this. What's wrong with me? All right, good news. Some other things I thought were just pretty fantastic about the design of these engines and their shells is, look at that, they're open. Just really well done. Lots of nice design, and boy, it's fantastic. And of course, on the sides, you've got these metal handrails, which is also extremely nice. Also on the cars, these are nice. I guess I'm entitled to an opinion, but the first time I got a set of these Bud cars was with the Empire State, and I just couldn't get over how beautiful those chrome cars were. And again, they're kind of heavy, and so they rolled, a little differently, very nice, and love the sound they make as they go over rail joints and whatnot. But I just gotta say, when American Models did these Bud cars, they really raised the bar. I mean, I'm certainly used to Flyer cars, which, they're okay. I don't have any problem with them. But these are just remarkably more advanced in every way. Now these heavyweight cars here that I got, again, these are nice. No real complaints. Again, these are also a step up from the Flyer fleet that I have, just because, and the reason I say that is not to bash American Flyer, it's just to say these are moving more towards scale. Now, obviously, they're still toy. They still have oversized knuckle couplers, but just the overall dimensions are getting closer to scale. And I would think those folks of you that, or those of you that are out there and do scale, you would probably take one of these and kit bash something or add details and go a long ways. But on these Bud cars, in fact, let me get a Flyer Streamline here just for comparison. So probably like most of you, I have through the years kind of accumulated some project passenger cars, which this one here is a aluminum car. So these were from the early 50s, and they're nice. Usually you have inserts here on the side. They have a single light bulb in them. The ends are something you can disconnect, although I'm not sure what, somebody tried to do some sort of a yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Oh good, there's another one over here. Probably was some sort of a diaphragm that went around that, but anyhow, like I said, these are project cars. And then probably the same person that did this fancy handiwork also took some plastic ones and put these bands on them. And then repainted them, of course, because why leave them original? But these are plastic, and again, very similar to the aluminum ones, which isn't bad. It's just they're more toy, And then when you compare and contrast it to these Bud cars, they've got interior seating. They are equally as heavy as these aluminum ones. The trucks are sprung. They're just very, very nicely done. As you can see, you've got incredible and impeccable stenciling and decals, colors, everything like that. I mean, there's not wonky bleed over and stuff, you know, with the paint. It's just very, very sharp. And, you know, it's nice. And so, like I said, they're kind of a step up. I'm grateful for both and excited for some of the newer stuff too.